Yeah, a little disappointed at first, but I guess we just have to move on, and very excited about going to Fort Worth and the opportunity that presented itself.
Okay, you read that in the script, but you were, I mean, obviously last night when you first see it, I mean, now your tweet's going viral.
Yeah, that was about Chipotle running out of steak, so it's kind of upset about that. They can't do that. I just think you know, the atmosphere on the road is almost as good as being at home. Obviously, they're not cheering for you, but silencing the crowd is almost as good as getting the uproar from it. So, I guess just being with your teammates, being in a hotel, like kind of bonding together, and that whole thing, just really just makes it a fun experience.
Like Elsinore, the Santa Barbara didn't really have a huge home field
Right.
advantage because they were so far from
Mhm.
campus. I guess it'll probably be a little different this
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah, I assume so. I mean, we've played at a lot of hostile ACC environments, so I think we're used to it and we're up for the challenge.
This how different though does this feel than Lake Elsinore? I know that year there was so much adversity that happened. You were just fortunate to get in. Can you compare the two of what you felt then to how you feel?
Yeah, well, I think the selection show was a lot more nerve-wracking back then. I think today it was kind of just like super exciting, trying to predict where we would go. Could have been Kentucky, Texas. I mean, a bunch of different schools that we could have gone to. So I think it was more just of an excitement rather than being nervous like we were our first year.
Look at the big picture. You guys won 6 straight series every year, 9 of your last 12. Do you feel like you guys are playing really good baseball heading into the NCAA?
Yeah, I think just coming off of all those ACC wins give us confidence, and baseball is a big game of momentum. So I think we have good momentum going in. Just coming off a big win against Clemson. They're a great team, and just momentum.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to just go off of that and say, we struggled, I guess, a little bit on Friday against, Duke, and I thought, their guy did, pretty well, and I think he'll be similar to, some of the arms that we'll face, coming this weekend. But I think we responded on Friday, I guess, when we played Clemson. Was just a good response, and I think that's good momentum, leading up to the arms that we'll see coming up.
So you have the arms you said, obviously you said it's going to be number ones and guys that are obviously pitching at a high level. As representing, one of the better offenses statistically in the country, that lineup, your lineup's going to be relied on maybe a little more in this situation. Do you embrace these kind of challenges now where you're going to face top line guys with, kind of a winner go home situation?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be similar, all the Friday night games we played, and not only the starters are going to be the number one, but the relievers too are going to be there. They're first guys out of the pen, is who they're going to go to, and we've seen some matchups, in the middle of our lineup where they just bring in a lefty for a couple guys, or they make a quick switch. So I think we've been prepared throughout the season.
In 2015, you guys went out there and played that 2-3 game that you had a guy like Connor who was going real consistent for you, and then you had all that experience coming back in. With Lynch and Casey in those slots now, experience not as much. What do you think about there too? And because Doug was saying that you can only get that experience by going through it once. But they're in a true road situation. How do you feel about your staff going into it, particularly those two guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big opportunity for those two guys, not having a ton of postseason experience. But it's also going to be an opportunity for guys to step up. And I think, every team that makes a run at this thing has to have somebody that hasn't done, it maybe as much in the regular season, but then steps up in the postseason.
Pavin, you haven't really been a controversial figure here. What was your reaction in the room when you saw your tweet go up on the selection show?
Yeah, it was kind of funny. I think everybody started yelling. I didn't really expect the selection show to put that up there, so I kind of just buried my head and just
Was that in reaction to something else that somebody had said last night on Twitter?
Yeah, it was about Chipotle. Yeah. They ran out of steak, so.
Adam, this coaching staff places so much importance on just the mental aspect of the game and being mentally tough. How much did that maybe prepare you guys to go into
Yeah, I mean, just preparation in general is the biggest thing that they focus on, and you know, the stuff that we go through the fall is a lot of mental conditioning and mental toughness work. So I'd say, you know, we're just looking forward to it. We're prepared. It's going to be a challenge, no doubt about that, but we're looking forward to it.
Do you sense, I mean, Will kind of caught himself a few times up here, but he's started to go down a couple of roads where he's going on kind of a rant situation. Did you sense that fire from him when you guys kind of addressed all this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone was really expecting it yesterday, and especially when he talked to us after practice, he just said, you know, he felt confident that, you know, we had a good chance of hosting, and yeah, when we got an email that we were going to have a team meeting this morning, we were just all, you know, looking forward to what he was going to say and, you know, the reaction from him.
Do one more. You have a couple guys in there, Dave and Olsen and Persia, that went through this in '09, where they kind of felt a snub type of situation. Obviously, they came out of it. Are you familiar with that? Is that something that maybe gets brought up from those two guys?
Yeah, I haven't talked to them about that. I'm sure they've been, you know, in the same situation, probably even worse, it sounds like. But, I mean, Coach O'Connor said, you know, the 4 times they've been to the College World Series, 2 have been, you know, from here and 2 have been away, so.